welcome back. Welcome back to the Jeff Fox Show. Your boy's holding it down right here once again, and we continue our look towards Super Bowl 51. The New England Patriots coming up against the Atlanta Falcons, man. It's anybody's ball game. Our next guest is somebody who's actually played in that game and had a big play in it. And we're talking about none other than my man Ron Dixon, ex of the New York Giants in the National Football League, who had that memorable 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Ron Dixon, welcome to the Jeff Fox Show. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Hey, absolutely, man. Let's relive that moment, man. I mean, what part of the game was it? I do believe it was like the third quarter or something, right?
Yeah,
the game
sometime during the third quarter. They say that was the most exciting 36 seconds in Super Bowl history. Terry Collins Stewart interception. They ran it back for Dwayne Stark. He took it back for a touchdown. Then they kicked it off to us. Then I returned it for a touchdown. Then we kicked it off to them. They returned it back for a touchdown. So
wow, amazing. And Dwayne Stark's a good friend of ours, man. He tormented my Oakland Raiders for many years in the NFL. I remember especially in an AFC Championship game. But for you, even though the game ended the way it did, the fact that you made that play in a big game like that had to be something that you must be very, very proud of.
Well, the most memorable part of that Super Bowl is, just seeing my family there. Ray Charles was singing America the Beautiful, and just to see, the ups and downs it took me to get to the NFL, just to have them be there and be a part of that, that was the most memorable part and the most special part for me.
Yeah, we saw a couple of exciting games, at least, for some of the fan bases that were rooting for the teams that won. I don't know if it was that exciting for the teams that lost. But leading up to the Pittsburgh and New England AFC Championship game, the controversy about Antonio Brown and the Facebooking from the locker room. You played wide receiver. They call it the diva position in football. I'm not saying that all of you guys are, but, a lot of superstar wide receivers. How would you guys, if you were in that, if you were in that locker room, how would you have handled that situation?
Well, I like to think that part of it is totally exclusive. You know what I mean? You want to keep that part away from the general public, That's why they reporters out. They don't come in for like the first 15 or 30 minutes or something like that. Some parts of it has to be sacred. You don't want all that type of information out, like that discussion that they had and that speech that he was giving the team. I think that should have been, stayed in-house within the family. But I guess Antonio thought something different.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty much the first time I've ever seen anybody go live like that during that point. I've seen other film. In the little film sessions they did with in the locker room, but it wasn't. It seemed like they was just really getting in, going through the speech. He's been paying attention.
Do you think that's
he was excited? He was excited, man.
Right.
Of it, and he, from his point of view, trying to walk in his shoes, he was just probably so excited, and he wanted to share that experience, And now they make it so easy for us to be so immediately, in an instant. And he got caught up full of that emotion. That's all it was. He didn't mean anything by it. Go ahead.
So you don't think that's anything as bad as far as a characterization of who Antonio Brown is? It's not a guy thinking he's bigger than the team. He just got caught up in the moment, so to speak.
Antonio been balling for a lot of years now, man.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it this one little incident? Everybody want to say, well, his character this, his character that. You hadn't heard any of those conversations besides that one little moment. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
the guy does play hard. I mean, every year he's got 100 catches.
Yeah, he's been balling out of control, quiet guy. He can do his little dance, and he's back on the sideline. Don't let that one little moment where he used a lack of judgment, define his character. I think that's BS for a person to even try to do that.
Right. We're talking with ex-New York Giant wide receiver Ron Dixon here on the Jeff Fox Show. And Ron, the New England Patriots, man, I haven't seen anything like this in all the years I've been watching sports. I've seen the great Yankee teams, not the ancient ones, but Joe Torre's Yankees. I've seen some great teams in hockey, Wayne Gretzky's Edmonton Oilers, Just dominant teams. But I've never seen anything like what the Patriots are doing. How are they doing this? How is this possible?
I mean, you know what, man? I think it starts from the top. Because you have to ask yourself, all of these teams are basically picking from the same pool. They basically are the same size, about the same speed. It's not like it's high school kids against professional athletes. So if the physicality is basically all the same, what is it? Has to be the philosophy and just a culture that's been created and the expectation of winning.
Wow, it's a great thing that they started, man. Over the last 15 years now, Brady going to his 7th Super Bowl, easily the greatest quarterback of all time. Correct?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. If we're talking about wins and losses, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Tom Brady fan. It's not easy for me to say this, Ron Dixon. I don't like him because I thought we got robbed in the Tuck Rule game, and beyond that, I just think he's a bit, arrogant on the football field. But
I have my own little story. I have my own little story about Tom Brady. We actually came same draft class together, and I first met him. We were all down in New Orleans to the little workout center where they have all the top guys go. At Tom Shaw, and so I was in high school. He was Michigan, but he wasn't really heralded, like his name wasn't polarizing at the time. But you had all these other guys going D1, so him and I were just kind of playing catch. Now, I'm sure he may not remember, but I certainly do. So to see how we both came in and how we just took it to, I didn't think this guy was going to be, I didn't think about it. I was standing there catching, having a conversation with the potential, soon-to-be Hall of Famer.
Amazing, man. Amazing how things happen. Ron Dixon, you're involved in the Fire Fan game. Tell me about that, man, because I signed up to it as well. I haven't kept up with it. Tell the listeners out there how great this experience is to be a part of Fire Fan, and basically how can you get into it?
Well, it's really been awesome, man. We launched on Thanksgiving, and we're still kind of in our beta testing, but each week, each day, everything's just got more and more amazing. And like I told you before, I think it's absolutely going to change the way people interact with sports. This app allows you to interact in real time, making live, predictions of play calls and things like that. It's family friendly. It's the kids, the grandmother, everybody can be a part of it. So we've launched with the NBA. So actually start playing the NBA, and more sports are here to come.
So you can actually interact with whatever sport is going on. You can play on Fire Fan, be it the NFL playoffs, Super Bowl. This is something that's going to revolutionize the way sports apps are played in this country and in the world.
Absolutely. I think we're in like 200 countries right now. And it's once we come out of our beta testing, it's going to be fired all the way up, man. We're giving away for the Super Bowl for everybody who plays at least one game. They're entered in to win a 2017 Nissan Altima we're giving away.
Wow.
So that's exciting right there in itself. And the game, it's a free app, So we definitely want people to just download, play, and share.
Fire Fan, the app. We will tweet out the links to all of that. You have your own club. I think it's Ron Dixon's G-Men.
People could join my team. What I'm actually doing now, I'm trying to get 25,000 Giants fans on my team playing for the Super Bowl. And if we reach that number, I'm going to give away I'm going to sign my Super Bowl jersey, that game jersey that I actually played in. I'm going to sign that, and my team game ball that's signed by everybody. I'm going to give those two prizes away.
Wow.
They just have to go download the app, firefan.com, and put in my promo code, player code, which is NY86, and download it, player, and share it with 20 friends. And if we reach that goal of 25,000, boom, it's going to be in the mail to some lucky Giants fan or sports fan.
Wow, that's a great gift to give away, man. Congrats on that. That's I mean, really, you're going to give away. A prized possession like that's big time, Ron Dixon, and definitely appreciate you doing that.
I'm fired up. I'm fired up about saying, like, I'm excited about it, and this is me trying to get everybody else excited. So if I can do that and and somebody enjoy that jersey, it's a win-win.
Hey, I got to ask you another question, getting back to the NFL for a second. The whole – I mean, these are some thoughts that I've had because the show wasn't on the air at the time when the incidents happened. But the whole trip with Odell and the boys coming down to South Beach to hang out for a week that they didn't play, and then the following week, something that has completely nothing to do with the game, it was their days off. They lose the game, of course, to the Green Bay Packers. Did you have a problem with what Odell and those guys did when they came down to South Florida and hung out for a weekend? They didn't have to work.
I had zero problems with that. Not one problem. Because everything they did and wanted to do bigger and better than that, they could have done right there in New York. So them flying down 2 hours, it's not like they walked to Miami. You know what I mean? They didn't drive down. They flew down. They flew back. They had a great time. They relaxed themselves and, cleared their mind, and they went back to play ball. Now, they just happened to drop some balls and lose, and lost the game. I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Yeah. I mean, it was really awfully convenient for the media, including some people that I know and respect in this business, but they jumped all over those guys. And I don't get it. You guys have lives. You can do what you want. Joe Blow on the 9 to 5, he can do what he wants. But if you play football for the New York Giants, you can't. That's ridiculous.
Right. I mean, you get a lot of these people who their job is to have something to talk about.
Right.
So they have something to talk about. They pick a side and they stay with. They know, just like I know, that didn't have anything to do with it. Does it look good to the public? No. But, hey, you get some people who they go to work. If somebody looked at them like, hey, you got to work in the morning. You shouldn't be out clubbing and doing whatever you're doing. It's basically the same thing. It's not like they did that the night before the game.
Right.
2 days. You know what I mean? It was a whole week.
You can follow him on Twitter at Ron Dix. You can follow him on Twitter at Ron Dix 86. Ron Dix 86 on Twitter. He's a great follow. Always into something fun. I've seen you take the Giants fans up to watch the team as they approach the playoffs. You're doing a lot of fun activities with the Giants fans, and you're all involving Fire Fan around that. I like what you're doing, Ron Dixon.
Right. Yep. We had a great time. My guy Steve, we had the tailgate parties. This was when I was trying to get more people excited about Fire Fan. He's been a Giants fan for his entire life. He got to be on the sideline. He got to meet Harry Carson, a lot of other guys, and, the Giants Stadium. That was my first time going back when they played against Dallas. And it was absolutely amazing, So
yeah, Harry Carson. Harry Carson looked like somebody's uncle you don't want to mess with.
You know what? He's just such a good guy, man. When you speak to him, just full of wisdom and knowledge, you just find yourself just, being quiet. You're just trying to soak up as much information as you can. Yeah,
no doubt. The great Ron Dixon, formerly of the New York Giants. I can't let you get out of here, man, without talking to you about the game and who you rolling with and why. Everybody's picking New England. A lot of people. I'm iffy right now. Where are you on this?
I'm going with ATL. I'm going to the safety on Atlanta Falcons, O'Neal. He's from my home county, Sumter County here in Florida. So I know his brother played against his brother. His brother played in the league with San Diego and Philly, and so I got to go with the home team. That's why.
No doubt. ATL going to get it done in Super Bowl 51. We certainly hope so. I'm tired of hearing about the Patriot legacy, even though I got to give them their due. Ron Dixon,
they bring that Giants defense, they'll win. They'll get tapped down.
Yep. Give me the link again on the chance to win that jersey and that signed autographed football again.
Just go to firefan.com or go to your app store and download FireFan. Put in the player code NY86, the player code, which is NY86, and download it, and let's get playing.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get it done. Ron Dixon, thank you so much for coming on the Jeff Fox Show, man. We definitely appreciate it. We'll chop it up again real soon, all right?
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Anytime.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Ron.
Solicitation for insurance.